I was married to an amazing woman. We dated for a year, married for 3, and divorced 2 years ago. She's still the love of my life, and losing her is my biggest regret. My mother was a nightmare mother-in-law. I foolishly let her interfere in our marriage and constantly criticize my ex-wife. I never sided with her, but I should have set firm boundaries early on. I did go no contact with her twice during my ex-wife's miscarriages to protect her from stress. During the second miscarriage, my mother found out through my sister's texts and went ballistic. She showed up at our home, and instead of turning her away, I took her to the living room to explain. My ex, upstairs resting, had no idea she was there. My mother pretended to calm down, but when I stepped outside to bring in the cats, she went upstairs, woke my ex, and screamed at her for ruining our relationship. She even called her barren. By the time I got upstairs, 5 minutes later because the cats resisted, my ex-wife was in tears. I kicked my mother out immediately, but that was my ex-wife's final straw, and we split up a month later and agreed to remain friends. We acknowledged that we still had feelings for each other, but that this relationship wasn't beneficial to her anymore. We lived in the US, but my ex-wife's dad lives in the UK, so after our divorce, she went to spend some time with him and ended up getting employed by one of his friends. I was devastated by the divorce, and I immediately went no contact with my mother and put myself into therapy. Therapy helped me understand that my relationship with my mother wasn't healthy, and I learned some good strategies to keep communication with her healthy, so I'm now low contact with her. We only speak during family events. My siblings have told me that she still doesn't see what she's done wrong, so I definitely won't be advancing beyond LC for the foreseeable future. I've not moved on from my divorce, and I think I'm even more in love with my ex than I was before. I've not seen anyone new, and she's constantly on my mind. During the first 6 months of my ex-wife living in the UK, we didn't speak. However, on our wedding anniversary, she sent me a text that read, "Happy unanniversary. Insert a nickname that she used to call me, followed by, I thought we agreed to stay friends. Loser." For the rest of her first year away, we texted each other every now and then, like on my birthday, her birthday, and my brother's birthday. For my brother's birthday, she sent his gift to my house, and I gave it to him for her. Before the MRAs get here, my brother is gay, and they have been friends since they were children. He set us up on our first date, so I don't want any crazy DMs. During her second year away, we fell into a more typical friendship, and I told her about the therapy I had after she asked me if I had cut the umbilical cord yet. She told me about 2 men that she had dated, and about how both relationships ended. I wasn't weird about it, but it made me think about how much I missed her and how much I still loved her. My thoughts kept me up that night, and I couldn't stop hating myself for ruining things with her. I still have both of our wedding rings and her engagement ring. She hasn't been able to come visit anyone here in the US, but she's moving back in a month. I was actually the first person she told about that. Everyone's pretty excited, and my brother is organizing a homecoming party for her, and I've been invited. It's probably going to be hosted at my house, our marital home, because I'm the only person in our circle who lives alone. However, my brother asked me if I'd hang out with her by myself at some point. I wasn't planning on asking her to, but now that he's brought it up, it's all I can think of. They are best friends. So some part of me is thinking she might have put him up to it just like she did when she asked him to set us up together in the first place. I asked my sister for her input, but she said that I shouldn't ask her to meet up with me, and I should wait for her to ask if she wants to. I think she might still have feelings for me, because when she was telling me about one of her breakups, she said, "None of the men over here can handle me like you can." But her humor is generally flirtatious, so I can't be sure.